Hello and welcome to another episode of Roach Coach, the Nu-Metal podcast you deserve. My name is Lauren Kozlowski. With me, as always, the original Roach Rider, Mr. Matt Nas.
Keep it rolling, baby.
There we go, ladies and gentlemen, back with you, back for another episode of Roach Coach, creating that Nu-Metal Canon one album at a time.
Love it.
Matt, this week, every week now, really, is just the march, the journey to 500 episodes.
And so it begins.
So it begins, so it continues, so it is. And this means we are going to be having some fun guests on. As this episode goes up, you'll have heard our wonderful conversation with one, Will Anderson of Hotline TNT. We have more hot guests lined up. We have hot guests. Listen, I was like, if we could guess, they got to be hot. It's criteria. You get a text from me saying, come on the show. It means Matt and I have deemed you hot stuff to come on the pod. So we're excited to have that. But also, we are going through the long list and we're saying there are records on the long list that have been here a real long ass time.
We got to do some house cleaning.
We've got to get these Dusty Boys out in front of the people. We did Painfield. We wish we'd done it 300 episodes sooner.
But it was kind of the breath of fresh air that we both needed.
Exactly what we needed. Today, we are doing a record that has been recommended to us many times. And I had a faint memory that maybe at some point a former member of the band may have reached out about possibly doing this album.
Oh, wow.
But it was like I think they just gave a push like this be great. But I couldn't find any evidence of that. Maybe I dreamed it. I don't know. But either way, today we are doing the album Topsy-Turvy by the Apex Theory. Matt, you have any history with the Apex Theory?
0%. Actually, no, this font super very familiar. Very familiar.
So this was also familiar to me as well. I recognized the font. I recognized the album cover. I recognized the images from the YouTube thumbnails for the music videos. So I had a little bit of familiarity. Now, diving into the history of this band, learned a lot more. So first of all, I want to mention that this album came out April 2nd, 2002.
Come Down record. Now, that'd be one thing. But then you get into the history of this band. For one, they are, from what I can find in here, they were initially known as Mount Helium, then they became the Apex Theory, then they turned back into Mount Helium. Or they were Apex Theory and then they became Mount Helium. I'm a little confused on that because it seems to, the Wikipedia's primary is Mount Helium. So it seems like that's what we're sticking with. But Mount
Helium, that's right.
Okay.
And they're based out of Los Angeles, California. And according to their Wikipedia, they were known for playing Mediterranean music mixed with progressive rock.
Okay, that doesn't sound nu metal to me, but
I know, right? Now, let's get into the history here. All right. So, first of all, we'll say who's on Topsy-Turvy. Great question. On vocals, we have Antronic Khachaturian on vocals. On guitar, Art Karamayan. On bass guitar, Dave Hakapayan. And on drums, Sammy J. Watson. Now, according to the Wikipedia, once again, everyone in the band was Armenian American. Now, the interesting twist here is that Antronic, also known as Andy, lead singer, was the first drummer for System of a Down.
I knew it. If you were like, hey, Matt, can you guess the band?
He was the first drummer for System of a Down. And the legend goes, the story goes, as I've read it on Wikipedia, I read around some articles. He was playing with them. He was in it. It's him. It's Shavo. It's Darren. It's Serge. And it's Andy. Antronic. They're all there. They're doing the damn thing. They're putting these demos together. Somehow, some way, Antronic, he loves martial arts. Oh. And he's doing something, messing around. Maybe he wasn't messing around. Maybe he was just practicing his karate, practicing the martial arts.
breaks every bone in his hand, cannot drum.
Wow.
Leaves the band. The band submits to Rick Rubin weeks later, a month later. We're talking ships in the night here. Like, he doesn't break his hand, different situation, because he's still the drummer. So anyway, he forms this band, and I want to say in the liner notes, I have a physical copy of the album here. In the liner notes, he does thank Serge. So it sounds like they were on good terms. It just makes sense. He's like, broke every bone in my hand. Can't drum for you guys anymore. But then he pulls in the other guys to make the band, and apparently David was also a bass player in System of a Down as well. And then he left at a certain point. So a lot of these guys, a lot of System of a Down crossover. But they put together Apex Theory, and they're signed to DreamWorks.
Okay.
And if we recall, DreamWorks at the time, they've got a lot of later era second wave nu metal bands, most notably Papa Roach. So they have the pedigree, they have it. Now, producer on this record, Matt, Don Gilmore.
Oh, okay.
So Don Gilmore in 2002, he's walking in every room going, Hybrid Theory, heard of it? Familiar with Hybrid Theory?
Right.
That's me, baby.
That's me, baby.
That's me, baby. So Don Gilmore's got the Hybrid Theory action going on. This record, genre tags progressive rock, nu metal. Now, it did not do that great. It peaked at 6 on the Billboard Heatseekers chart and 157 on the Billboard 200. And according to Wikipedia, Ontronic left the band shortly after the album was released.
Okay.
And they attempted to audition for a new vocalist, decided that guitarist Art would take over as the band vocalist. And basically, at a certain point, they changed their name to Mount Helium. Review-wise, there's only one review on Wikipedia. It's from AllMusic. It's 4 out of 5 stars. They compared the album to the music of At the Drive-In and Incubus. And CMJ made comparisons between Ontronic's vocals and Faith No More vocalist Mike Patton. And the quote was, from Incubus to Dog Fashion Disco, it's hard not to hear the influence of that trend-setting vocalist, best known for his stint with now-defunct Faith No More, stamped all over a huge segment of current rock artists, adding that, like Incubus, Apex Theory takes Patton's ball and runs with it in its own direction.
Oh, wow. Okay.
You had 2 singles from this album, both of which had music videos. And when I watched those music videos, I went, yes, these definitely played either late on MTV or they played in my college lunch cafeteria where they used to run music videos on TVs. Which now, when I think about that, and I've talked about that a lot in the past on this show, it's kind of wild that my college was like, hey, yeah, we'll just run these TVs that just play music videos all the time.
I remember. Same deal. Yep.
What a gift. It wouldn't be like that. And somebody would be like, put the news on now, you know, put on the news. Let's bum everybody out.
Yeah.
But
thank you.
But in the fall of 2000, they were like, listen, you're having probably the world's worst chicken patty sandwich right now. Why not enjoy the music
really shitty chicken
really
patty?
shitty sandwich that you've put on like whatever they're calling mayo on it, you know, to do something. And why not warm your eyes with Green Day's Warning video? Why not take in the joys of Ben Folds 5 Army? Why not see No Doubt new? You know, I mean, these are your options here, you know? I remember sitting in there and seeing the music video for H to the Izzo.
So good.
And thinking, what a gift this college music video situation is. I don't know what they do now. If you're in college, if you've been in college recently, do they still have fun like that in the cafeterias, or is it hell on earth? Let us know what's happening on campuses.
Now
in regards to music video.
here's my question, and I think I found the answer. But we know Don Gilmore because if we haven't done, we've done Stereo Mud,
Yes.
Perfect Self, and I think he was, and obviously we've done Hybrid Theory.
Mm-hmm.
But this is probably the record that's closest to Hybrid Theory that we've done, because the Stereo Mud I felt was probably a year or two later, but this one feels like it's the same year as Hybrid Theory, or around the same time, excuse me, within a year. There we go, of Hybrid Theory.
Yeah, I mean, for sure. Yeah, timeline works. Absolutely.
Thank God. I was nervous.
You're so nervous. You're like, does my timeline work? Does the timeline work? I think the timeline works, Matt. I think it honestly.
Yeah, Hybrid Theory is 2000. This is 2001.
Yeah. So yeah, I definitely think Shinoda and the boys are walking out of the studio. Apex Theory walking in, going, "Thanks for warming it up. We'll take it from here.
We got it from here.
We got it from here." I have a physical copy of the album here, Matt. Picked it up from the Book and Music Exchange in Louisville, Kentucky, for a sweet $4.77. Album cover has a pile of what looks like children jumping on each other.
Being rascals.
Being rascals.
They could be fighting. They could be playing. Who knows?
Mm-hmm. Truly. Inside, you have some very, very hard to read thank yous. I had to use a flashlight and a little bit of magnification on my phone to read these thank yous. They are very glowing. Each thank you also has a picture of the band member over it, and it looks like they're all in like parkas in the snow.
Yes.
Interesting choice. And I won't read everything, but I felt that this beginning here from David, I think is really lets you know what you're in for. David appreciates the following people and entities for whom without none of this would have been a reality. First and foremost, the energy source we call belief and strive, and all the little creatures who keep it going. That's how you start your thank yous?
Wow. Okay.
Wow. Okay. He then goes on to thank his
All
grandmother.
God's creatures, great and small.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It gets, I mean, at one point you just kind of jump ahead. And I mean, this one guy's saying, to balance heart and logic is the human game of life. To Aro, Avo, and Hampeg, your brotherhood cannot be touched. I mean, these guys put some thought. Very heartfelt, very true. While thank yous are very hard to read, the lyrics themselves, not so hard to read. I will say, though, that for some reason they decide to change the font color. So some parts are darker font and some are brighter font. When they do get tricky is with the actual credits, which are so tiny and hard to read. Who can say? Who can say? You know, you need give me the Hubble. Okay, I might need the Hubble to read this one. And then with the actual listing of the songs in the liner notes, Matt, the titles normal, as they should be, left to right, English language. The numbers upside down.
Get them out of here.
Upside down.
Gotta make them wackadoo.
Got it. Hey, listen, Matt, you might say it's topsy-turvy.
Give that man an Oscar.
Thank you. Yes, an Oscar. That correlates.
Hey,
Perfect.
You're talking into a camera. Oscar time.
That's right. It's Oscar time, baby. Put this on the big screen. Matt, if we have nothing else to say, then I think it's time to hear these tracks.
All right, here we go. Track number 1, Admission.
Tastes like luck, but feels clear.
I mean,
Matt,
I like that.
It's got an interesting clicky build-up. It's like a heavier Incubus, but some of the picking sounds and everything reminds me of System of a Down. Now, the lyrics built around this sort of movie metaphor, but digging into it, it seems like it's some kind of weird relationship song. There's no comments on songmeanings.com. Sonichits.com, also useless to me.
I had only my own brain and my own heart to figure this out. But after a certain point, I was like, I don't know how much I'm going to devote to this. But then as I dived in further to these other songs, I don't know if these songs necessarily may be about anything.
Mm.
There's a little bit of like when they say at the drive-in, like
Yeah,
it's not wrong, but at the same time, at the drive-in though,
it's not unhinged though. Like
yeah, it's the
at
thing with with at the drive-in, it's kind of like, oh man, like
the wheels
the,
could fall off of this car at any time.
but also you feel like this is about you can listen to an at the drive-in song and be like, I don't know what this is about, but it's about injustice. You know what I mean? Like you get that. And with this, I was like, okay, are these guys dealing with environmental causes? Are we dealing with social injustice? Or is this just a weird relationship song? Is this just about things being unusual? I mean, this is the opening. Behold the movie of the year, tastes like luck but feels clear, march on nails from the bitter souls until rust becomes rare and cold. You tell me, man. You tell me. But then we have camera capture, numerous nights of romance. Same stories have been played out for ages. I'm ready to be given the chance for saying our side, our version of choice. I mean, it feels like there's something, some weird relationship thing going on here, something going on, but then also is the romance a metaphor for something else? I don't know. Most important thing though is that it rocks pretty well, which I appreciated. Sturdy, had a nice little kick to it. I could see saying, heading to the Apex Theory show, saying, hey man, they kicked it off strong. Up next, we have, I'm just going to say it. Not a good song title, but we'll get into it. It's called Mucus Shifters. So, Matt, we've encountered many a version of this song. A song about capitalism, a song about the rat race, a song about how the rich keep getting richer, poor keep getting poorer.
Yeah, dude.
And the middle class keeps dwindling away.
Yep.
We encounter this a decent amount on this show where people are talking about wake up sheeple, wake up sheeple.
Got to.
But in this case, they're calling them mucus shifters.
Kind of hate that.
I kind of hate it too. It's the type of thing where I see it and I go, this isn't it. This is not what you call track 2. I don't know why, but I feel like if we're to go back to the Linkin Park of it all, track 2 on a Hybrid Theory is one step closer. A thing that everyone can say, one step closer to the edge, I'm about to break. And these guys are like, what a bunch of mucus shifters. Now, you could argue we're post-toxicity here. Toxicity's got tapeworms coming out of your ass. Prison song. We're just going to talk very bluntly about the prison system.
Totally.
But there's only one surge.
There is only one surge.
One surge. And also, there is while it is unusual, there is a clarity and directness to the message of System of a Down.
Oh, yeah.
You do not have here with Apex Theory. With Apex Theory, it's a little too, honestly, maybe a little too bohemian, a little too touchy-feely, a little too like, I want to get down on the level. And System of a Down is, you need to know what's going on right now or you will be trampled by the powers that be. And yeah, I think more than anything, just calling the song Mucus Shifters, I was just like, this terrible title, and I'm never gonna get past it. The song itself, honestly, not bad. It's rocking, but it's just calling it Mucus Shifters, I don't like it, and I never got over it. Every time I saw what it was called, I was like, I wish I didn't know. I wish the song was called like No Money or something like that, Mm-hmm. But yeah, Matt, thoughts?
Yeah, I definitely am interested to see if the Armenian-ness of it all is why there's such a strong link between the two. I'm not very familiar with Armenian folk music, but there is elements of that I know in System of a Down, and hearing the beginning of this song and kind of like the plinkiness of the guitars and kind of how the pattern and the rhythm of it definitely gives me that feel. I hate the name, just flat out.
Mhm.
No.
Mhm.
It's like having the best point in the world and naming it like Shit Eater. It's no, okay, no, like it isn't just an instant turn off. So
Mhm.
kind of
Yeah.
that's my feeling of it. But I like rhythmically, I found the song incredibly interesting. I like the sounds. I like what they're doing. But yeah, the title is kind of a non-starter.
Mhm. There was one comment on songmeanings.com. It was from Us Staring Elf. It was posted on March 3rd, 2003 at 9:41 in the morning, in which they said consumerism is so silly. It's very true. It's very
Well,
true.
what can you do?
What can you do? What can you do except throw your body on the gears? All right. Up next, we have Come Forth.
I
Matt.
don't know. I don't know. Like I listened to it and
Mhm.
I'm like, this feels right,
Mhm.
but something's off, and I can't.
You have
I know that I feel like this band would be amazing live,
mhm.
but there's something there that is like not getting me there the whole way.
Yeah, and I mean, on my 3 listens, I did a headphone listen, I did a stereo dinner listen, and the thing that kind of struck me, especially on my when I listened to it on a walk, was that I was like, it's missing that extra hooky obviousness. I feel like anyone would say like a big band has something obvious about it
Hmm.
that you can just that someone you don't even need to like over explain it. You just go, this is it. This is Korn. You get it. It's System of a Down. You get it. As much as everyone's like System of a Down, so weird, so whatever. There's still something you play Sugar for somebody, and they go, ah, yes, System of a Down. Got it. Chop Suey, undeniable. It makes sense. Here we have the elements. This band is a good band, tight.
Great.
This singer, honestly, great voice. I hear this voice. I'm like, no wonder Don Gilmore heard this and went, oh, yeah, this is
We
money
can
in the
do
bank.
something with
We
this.
can do this. So this is money in the bank. But I feel like there is a choice in both the vocal delivery and what we're deciding to talk about. Because, yeah, when you get to this chorus, it's I don't know, like the way he sings it, it feels like he's going in an artier direction than a pop audience would want, if that makes sense.
Definitely not trying to broaden his audience.
No, if anything, it's narrowing because I think I sit there and I think this is the first song that I really got big Incubus vibes on.
Okay.
And I just thought, what's Incubus doing in 2002? And what are these
Oh my
guys doing?
gosh.
And I'm
Yeah.
like, Incubus is giving you literally back to back songs. Wish You Were Here. Nice to Know You. Immediate, we get it. We get
Yeah.
it. Plus, you have the Brandon Boyd / Cornelius sex appeal. Man doesn't own a shirt. Any shirt, it's not long for this world.
He
We
puts it
talked
on,
about that.
it falls off.
Yeah, shirts. Listen, Brandon Boyd puts a shirt on, and the shirt
Hold
goes.
on to your ass.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing here. This doesn't make any sense. He must be going into a coffee shop that has rules on the door because I'm off the moment he walks out of the coffee shop. All right. So yeah, when you take that into consideration, it's going to be a little bit more esoteric, and I think a greater audience is going to hear it and go, I can hear a more concise version of this, a more direct version of this from 2 other bands that are basically doing it.
Yeah. But I would say that I can tell listening to this
Mhm.
that Apex Theory fans are fucking dialed in.
Oh yeah. Oh
Like it is there's like I don't know how else to say it, but they're like That's what I fucking like about Apex
Mhm.
Theory.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like,
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's not
all of these are features. These are not bugs. To me.
exactly. They're probably listening right now, going, "This is why I got the Apex Theory logo on my ass." All right. This is
Yeah.
why.
Yeah, don't fucking try. I don't want them to be mass appeal. I like
Mhm.
that they're not mass appeal.
Absolutely.
I
Yeah.
like that a lot of their songs are off-putting. I like that their songs are thinkers, and you get to apply your own thing. It isn't that soul sellout. You spoon feed you everything.
Open up. Here comes the airplane of your obvious shit. Not
Not us.
Not us. Listen, get a spoon. Go have yourself some Incubus. I'm over here with fucking chopsticks, son.
Yep.
That's right. I can't pick up shit.
I am not from Asia or
No.
a country that uses chopsticks.
I'm not. I don't know what to do. I wasn't great at chopsticks, Matt. I was doing okay. And then I broke my thumb. And now every time I do chopsticks, I'm just like, everyone just
Can I have a
prayer,
spoon or a
prayer,
fork?
prayer hands up. No, I haven't given up. It's
Oh.
it's just not a good experience every time. I'm just like, maybe this time I'll figure it out. But no. So if you have any chopstick tips for me, always open to some chopstick
tips.
Stick tips. All right, Matt, it's time for the single.
Okay.
It's called Shh parentheses Hope Diggy.
I was hoping that we would return to the Hope Diggy part. Okay, I recognize this song. I know this song.
Yes.
This feels like it was a moderate radio played song from 89X. Almost as if it were like on the Jam It or Slam It, Pump It or Dump It.
Oh, yeah,
contest.
definitely. What was the, you bring up 89X. As we record this, the word is out.
Yes.
That apparently 89X is coming back. So by the time this episode comes up, we'll know for sure if 89X in Windsor, Detroit is back.
The only new rock alternative.
My hope is that they come back and they're immediately same playlist. Play Last Resort at 6 o'clock in the morning.
Yep.
Yes.
Here comes Teen Spirit, followed by Alive, followed by
Listen, if I'm coming,
Rooster.
This weekend, I'm coming back to Michigan, and my hope is that when I hit hit town and I'm in the radius, when I turn it on, the first thing I hear is Anthony Kiedis going, "Can't stop the feeling." Like I don't like that song, but I know I need to hear it. I know I need to hear it. Okay. Do not write me what song that is. I don't want to know. And so anyway, yeah, I think this would have been like, I think didn't they do like a thing at like at 7 o'clock? They would do the competition. You'd call in to vote. I feel like
yes,
I'm remembering this. I took part in it. I definitely called in, but I don't remember what it was called. But yeah, this strikes me as one of those ones that would have gone up against, more than likely their luck, like a Disturbed song or Marilyn Manson song, and they just got smoked. But this one, this feels like a very equal System Incubus split, but then the first verse is huge Cedric at the drive-in vibes.
Okay.
Very nonsensical. He's just spitting, just saying whatever, very off the dome. I can say that at the time, this chorus and verse would have had me right out the door. I would have been like, nah, this ain't it.
I'm good.
This is not it for me. Now, I think it's kind of decent overall. I had this one came on, the thing that's funny is that it feels like it has a stronger riff, like it's going to be hookier, but then they're like, no, we're going to convolute it. And we're also going to call it Shh Hope Diggy, which feels like a real strong way.
Oh my God.
I would say it Apex Theory. I like the name Apex Theory. I think that's a good band name, but I think you guys might be you're not good at naming your songs.
Well,
Mucus Shifters, Hope Diggy.
They're suffering from what I like to call being too clever. As somebody who has been too clever and ended up with some of the most terrible shit ever, this is classic too clever shit. Like, Shh Hope Diggy. Okay. Here's the deal. Hey, everybody, I'll be a little Matt the A&R guy. Who's that for? Who the fuck is Shh Hope Diggy for? Okay, you want me to sell that? Okay, cool. Oh, yeah. Let me get right on that. What's this song? One Step Closer? Yeah, I think I can move those units.
You know what it is that I think sometimes you see something like Godsmack. It's like, what's the new song called? It's called Awake. What's the album called? Awake. How's the chorus go? I'm alive, I'm awake. Seems a little too on the nose. Sully's, I just bought a third motorcycle. Okay. Like you know,
Yeah.
sometimes it's fine. It's fine to just keep it simple. And yeah, in this case, yeah, I think you're right. Now, song meanings did show up for this one. The first comment is from Morningstar. They posted this on March 28th, 2002 at 4:24 in the morning.
Been up. Big time been up.
Big time
That is
been
a
up.
Huge been up.
Huge been up. Okay. I did these lyrics. Oh yeah, that's a lot. There is throughout the song meanings comments, people going, these lyrics. Either they're wrong or are you sure these are right? And I think that also says something that people are like, are we sure about these? And I'm pulling it from the book, bro. A lot of people directing people to the website. Go to the website. Go to the website. So anyway, they said, okay, I did these lyrics, so they are not perfect. Andy uses alliteration a lot, so it can make hearing the sound of a certain word tricky at times, especially when he speeds up. I don't have the CD yet, so I'm not sure if the book has his lyrics written down. If you can get them, post the corrections only, and I will fix. I know there has to be a lot wrong with this version. Well, now for what this site is all about. Personal views on what the song is about. Love it.
Great self-awareness.
While creatively written, the lyrics are hard to get correctly, so my interpretation is based on what I heard. The correct lyrics may help out. Winky face emoji. Hate to oversimplify, but this sounds like another fuck the system type song. There's more to it, but the lyrics I'm sure are right lead me to this conclusion. God bless Andy Kachatarian. Smiley emoji. So that is mostly apologies. Sorry. I mean, I'm just imagining Morningstar, 4:00 in the morning, listening to Hope Diggy for the 12th time and writing the lyrics down in a notepad. I hope I got this right. And then apologizing for most of their song meanings comment. Things were different back then, Matt. You know?
Very different.
Now we have this comment from Fufu, April 30th, 2002. 9:30 in the evening. Worst song ever. Posers.
Whoa.
I know, right? Wow. I was like, no way is this going to stay unanswered. I was correct. Because on May 7th, 2002, at 3:08 in the morning.
Been up.
Oh, Matt, you want to know how been up? This is a comment from Cottonmouth King 420. WTF? Posers? Little Foofy here must not get out much. There are not many bands out there like this one. Awesome band. If you want to hear a cool new music style, check them out. Very well thought out lyrics. I thought they were going to go a little harder by calling him Little Foofy. I was like rolling my sleeves up like, here we go. Cottonmouth King 420. Go in. And then they said Little Foofy.
Then he remembered that he needed to smoke more weed.
He needed to.
Totally mellowed him out. Dude.
No, that's right. Now, also May 7th, 2002, at 3:11 in the morning, said, it's not that bad of a song, Fufu. Part of what's made rock so interesting these last few years is that people are willing to try different styles instead of just conforming to that mid-90s metal thing that groups like Megadeth or Pantera or Nirvana were a part of. This new stuff is very much hit and miss, but Apex Theory's turned out so good so far. Now, I do that the bands that they cite there are largely innovators and leaders. They don't say, like a band like Bush or a band, like Nirvana, Pantera, Megadeth. Listen, Evslin, it doesn't matter at this point. But David,
bands like Led Zeppelin and Deep Purple.
Black Sabbath, you know,
You know, bands that don't do shit.
don't know shit. They don't know their ass from a hole in the ground. Hysterical.
Dude,
Now,
can we talk about this fucking music video?
all right. I'm glad you brought this up, Matt. We'll just jump right to this music video. So, because there were, as you might imagine, a ton of comments about the music video on SonicHits.com. Yes,
had to be.
pulling from the music video. I'll go through my main takeaways, Matt, and then we can talk about yours. My main
Sure.
takeaways: lead singer has bleached white hair, makes him look like a supervillain. I believe, and I did not check by watching that music video, but I'm pretty sure the band is performing in the same place Deftones perform in the Mine music video. I'm almost certain, or at least a similar setup with the buildings behind them. Lead singer is wearing a series of what look like karate gis that make him look like Steven Seagal.
Yes.
There's a guy walking around in a scuba suit for no reason. And at one point, all the audience members have hand drums.
There is a point in the video
Mhm.
where he straight up just looks like Ali G.
Yes. Yes. It was right there. I was like, what is this also? Yes, it is total Ali G. Absolutely. And I saw this, and then I saw the video and then read about the broken hand doing karate stuff. And I was like, you know what? I think I know where your interest really is. You know, like he was doing, and we'll get to the other music video. He's all about the hand moves. He's all about this stuff. This guy loves martial artists. He loves martial arts. He loves this whole deal. Maybe that's where his focus should be. Maybe that's where his focus ended up being.
True.
Yeah. I will say though, yeah, with him in this, honestly, reminded me of Steven Seagal with these outfits. The band did not look that cool. And it was one of those things where thinking about Deftones performing in a similar situation in front of buildings, and they looked sick as fuck. And that was not even peak Deftones. That's Saturday Night at Risk Deftones. That's Deftones in crisis. And Deftones still look sick. Just say something. Just says something.
So something.
Now, there were some comments. Disgraced.
A lot of these comments, by the way, that I went through on the video were just like, remember when MTV played music videos?
Oh,
It's
Matt.
like, oh
Matt,
my God.
that's what's all about. Disgraced OBGYN said, haha, what a trip. Saw these guys at Ozfest 2002 when I was 11. After their set, I was the only person who went to their merch tent, bought their CD, and Andy wrote in the front booklet, Nate, thanks for supporting our little band. I was like shaking because I'd seen them on MTV too. And when you're 11, you think everyone on TV is a rock star. Then he and Dave drew Sharpie sleep tats on my mom. Pretty much the coolest dudes ever. That was a good day. A lot going on there. For one, they were 11. It made me feel very old. Then the EQs said, I was in 8th grade. I remember I couldn't get anybody into this band because all anybody cared about was Linkin Park.
It's true.
Yeah. And finally, to go back to song meanings, because I felt that this exchange was pretty good, Matt. This first comment is from MK Yourself, September 25th, 2002, 12:35 a.m. Nothing infuriates me more than ignorant people putting their peon-like 2 cents in. If you're going to comment, say something more than, oh, they blow. The Apex Theory is a band that actually puts some effort in strain from the norm. Their use of time signatures other than 4/4 should give one hint of that. The next time someone feels like throwing some sophomoric comment in, at least put some damned thought into it. Shadow.
I could have, the over-under on that comment was ridiculous. I was like, yeah, of course that's the comment.
Well, Matt, March 27th, 2003, at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, Shadow 8985 says, oh, okay, well then, you blow. Honestly, that is a low-key incredible got him.
That is badass got him.
Really great got him. Really good got him. Very impressed.
Took the hook out of the band and put it on him.
Right on it. It's, oh, we don't need to talk about them. Let's just talk about you.
Yeah. Got him. Fucking got him.
Honestly, you really got him. I hope that guy deleted his account because he got so hard right there. All right, Matt, let's keep it going. It's Drown Inc. Matt, thoughts, opinions?
Again, I kind of come back to my original thought of, I wish I knew a little bit more about Armenian folk music, because I feel like this is very informed by folk music, but I can't be like, it's 100% because it is only my guess, because we have established that they are Armenian. Very paralleled to a System of a Down song in its style, but I don't think it is trying to ape them. I think they are very much themselves.
Yeah.
Which again, I think this is just where it comes from, culture and roots, rather than I'm trying to do what you're doing. Almost as if I was hearing a country song by a different country artist from, roots, country music, and bluegrass. It would be like, yeah, that's the fucking style. That is exactly what it is. So it is not like they're trying to be System of a Down. Nah, I don't think they are at all, actually. I think they're very much trying to do their own thing. Another one where if I were in a room and this were playing, the guy playing it for me wants me to listen to a specific part that I can't wait for it to be over with so I can leave the room, but I can't leave the room yet because I haven't heard that part of the song yet. This is a song that makes me feel trapped in a conversation I don't want to have. And I didn't like it very much, but I like some of the instrumentation quite a bit. But I just kind of feel like I'm on the headspace for this. Like it feels like I need to do a dissertation on each song so I know what each song is fucking about. And I'm just not here for it. But I know if you are a fan of this band, you are, and I understand why. Like, I'm not trying to fucking yuck your yum, but I also know, this is completely not for me right now.
Well, as we said, there's all these comments people leave where they're like, I try to get my friends into it. They couldn't get into it. They like Linkin Park better. And here I'll just jump ahead to this comment. This is from Textile 2. They posted this on May 3rd, 2003. This is at, I think this is 7:00 in the afternoon, in the evening. This song is so badass. I can't believe nobody has said anything. Tell all your friends. Yeah. Listen, I wrote my notes. The guitarist, he's going in. Okay. Yep. He's got them fingies moving. All right. Totally. He's got the skills. Unbelievable. But these lyrics are so esoteric that I just can't. There's nothing for me to grab a hold of. And then when I sit down and really look at them, I'm like, I don't want to. Don't make me do it. Yeah, I can't do it.
I'm tired, man.
Listen, I have parsed out some fucking lyrics on this show.
Oh,
and I gotta
sure.
say, and usually I get there and I'll get in and I go, okay, I see what's going on here. The imagery makes sense. I'm seeing, an abusive father. I'm seeing a dysfunctional relationship. I can get through it. I've gone through these lyrics and I'm like, man, you could tell me these are about anything. I don't know. They could be about anything. And that's fine, but it's just so abstract. And then often he's not even delivering them. He's delivering them well, but they're not in a necessarily, like I said, like a Cedric and At the Drive-In, where he's delivering them so intensely that you're like, this has to mean something.
Yeah. That's the thing is, like, I read Cedric's lyrics and they're also a pile of gobbledygook. Like, you're just kind of like, I don't know what the fuck this is about. But his passion makes me feel like this is absolutely, to your point, about something.
Yeah. And you read the thank yous and everything, and it's, once again, it's so spacey. It's so kind of like, hey, man, bohemian, that it's, I don't know. I feel like you need to be a little more locked in. Here's the thing. I think you need to be a little bit more locked in if you're signed to DreamWorks and you want to move some GD units. That's kind of my feeling.
I appreciate that DreamWorks would take a shot with a band like this, because I do know that who Aphex Theory, Aphex Twin, Aphex Theory connected with this band meant a lot too, because the comments kind of bode that out, where it's this was my band, and I get that, because it is kind of like, oh, I know. It's almost, oh, I know what this is about. Do you, Sean? Do you?
Listen, man, I'm just living my truth over here. What do you want from me?
About Aphex Theory.
Listen.
Customs make us who we are.
Right? You put on a mask, you're now a bandit. That's how it works.
You put on the face of a person who wants to fit in. You conform. The conformer is you.
That's right.
Yeah, no shit. We live in a society. We gotta fucking.
We live in a society. You know what? I would have loved a direct line like that at least once, where he's just, we live in a society. I'd be like, thank you. Thank you. But instead it's this. So yeah, let's just dive into the next one, Matt. It's called Bullshed.
Oh, fuck off.
So Matt,
We're not impressed with blinded herds,
right.
nor with the way they dress.
Mm-hmm. Now we have that. We have that lyric that makes it sound like a Wake Up Sheeple song.
Yep.
That makes it sound like a song about conformity. Okay, I can get with that. Then here's the next lyric. Casual instances of random burst make for time's enemy. What is to lose? Only yourself and everything. Do you think I'm letting up? Stray us from nationalism. Our anthem's respected. We feel strong. Use its platform. Mark ourselves from cornerstones. Where did we go? Where did we go?
What?
Where did we go? I feel like you could maybe draw the line of conformity, but at the same time, all the comments that I could find, most people just thought it was like, hey man, people say you gotta wear a uniform. I say you can wear whatever you want. I can say wear the shirt you want to wear. The comment here from Song Meanings from Cusp of Reality, June 9th, 2002, 3:06 in the morning, Matt.
Been up.
That's right. They said, this song says it all. Don't front, don't care what everyone wears, go with your own style. In the long run, you'll be remembered more for that than following the damn crowd, being one of the, quote, blind herds. So I love how this person was like, hey, you guys can wear your hats front ways. I'm going to wear mine backwards. I'm not part of the herd. That's all they took out of this. This guy's talking about nationalism and all these other things, and they're just like, I don't know. I just want to wear my favorite shirts. Now, Res Stitches showed up.
Yes.
Res Stitches posted this April 29th, 2017 at 6:25 and 6:28 a.m. respectively. This is
Crackadawnin? Is our boy Rest just
Matt,
Crackadawnin?
I gotta say, I'm gonna read this and then you tell me if this is a Crackadawnin or this is a Ben Up. First comment. Remember to get milk, eggs, got to be glue, those blue menthol, Doritos, case of Surge, bread.
This is a been up situation.
All right. Now, 3 minutes later. Oops, that last post was a mistake. I copied the wrong memo in my notepad. I meant to say Metal Fingers. This song rocks. I think my CD skips because in the middle it just stops. Oh well, still rocks though. Metal Fingers.
Crackadawnin.
Oh, okay. Matt, you went to Ben Up and then you cracked it.
Fell asleep for 3 minutes.
Oh, and then he
Crackadawnin.
There it is. Res Stitches, you did it again. You did it again. All right, Matt. Up next is a song called That's All.
I'm going to pull this in.
All right, Matt. I think we can agree that if you're going to make onomatopoeia noises, you're going to make car noises with your mouth.
Mm-hmm.
It's a fine line, okay? To when you bust out of Vroom Vroom, okay?
Yes, true.
And listen, the only Vroom Vroom that I acknowledge in this house is Charlie XCX.
That's true.
That's the only Vroom Vroom that I acknowledge. When he busted out the Vroom Vroom here, I was like, honestly, I think he should have put more stank on it because it kind of is. It's a Vroom Vroom. It's in there. He's definitely saying Vroom Vroom, but he doesn't put enough. Like almost be crazier with the Vroom Vroom, maybe. But then I'm like, okay, don't get hung up on the car noises. What's this song about?
Oh, good luck.
Well, let's go into this opening line. It's been close to a year since we spoke last. You haven't changed, and now you're talking into my right ear. What happened when you ran off with that friend of yours? Or was she useful? Okay. Here's the thing. Up to this point, my thought process is bad relationship. Somebody left somebody. But then the was she useful? My thought process is, wait, is this about somebody who's, I know she's just been hanging out with your girlfriend all the time. I noticed that you guys, I thought we were the, is this a situation of someone, is this a situation of someone finding out they're a third wheel and they're not happy about it? Why can't I go to Applebee's with the two of you? What's the problem? I will cover my part. I won't make you pay. I'll split the bill. Come on, you want me to sit in a different row at the movie? What's the deal here? Bringing the she into it immediately makes me go, wait, is this about a friend? Assuming, yeah, I'm feeling very heteronormative about this too, but it's the only way I can go. Was this guy third wheeled? Was this guy a third wheel? Matt.
Buddy, if you think I know, you're barking up the wrong tree. But taking a look at these lyrics, number one, kind of like this song.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of my favorite song on the album so far.
Mm-hmm.
I like the little beepy boopy boops, the way that it feels, I like the way the song flows. The lyrics are at least you can glom onto something, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't been close to a year since we spoke last. You haven't changed, and now you're talking into my right ear. What happened when you ran off with that friend of yours, or was she useful? Oh, see, yeah, you're talking to an old friend that might have stolen a girl from you, maybe. I don't know.
I hadn't thought about that.
Tossing around Ba Rakunsi, which who knows what that means?
Mm-hmm.
Nobody seems to know.
Mm-hmm.
Did you find anybody who knew?
Well, Matt, you're going to love this comment. It's from Nephril. It's from May 30th, 2002. It's at, I think this is 5:00 in the afternoon. This is my favorite song off the album, but it also has the most puzzling lyrics, in my opinion. Most of them are easy to understand, but there's a couple lines that sound like gibberish. In the chorus, I know he's not saying very costly or sit and laugh, but I'm not complaining because he talks funny sometimes. It's hard to really hear what he's saying. I'm pretty sure he's saying sit around or I sit around. About the very costly, that one's tricky. After listening to it a billion times, the closest I could come up with is very content. It sounds like there is an S sound at the beginning of the second syllable when he says content, but if you listen carefully, it's actually a T sound. So there's my 2 cents. I got to tell you, when I got to the end of this comment, I was like, this person actually did listen to this song a billion times to get this level of granular analysis. Now, here's your twist. This is from I think this is STI Kelmer, I'm going to say, or Teichmar. I don't know. They posted it on June 8th, 2002 at 10:08 in the evening. Good song, but don't you think it sounds a bit like Ricky Martin's Livin' La Vida Loca?
Oh my gosh, maybe.
I was like, yeah, it kind of does. A little bit. One final comment on Vroom Vroom by Charlie XCX. I did see the music video for this song in a bar over the past weekend. And I don't think I'd ever seen this music video before. And it's funny because I know that song has largely been co-opted by the Angels.
Yes.
As something of a gay anthem. But I got to tell you that the way she's dressed in that music video.
Super hetero.
Super hetero. Okay. All right.
Way hetero.
Listen, that one's for the guy.
Little something for daddy.
I was like, I know you have a large gay audience, but this is for me, right?
This is very much for me and my penis, correct?
Anyway.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Yeah, for sure. All right. Back into the songs. Now, up next, we have Bravo.
Eat shit.
That global warming every time. Global warming. I got to tell you,
fantastic. Love it.
I like this one. It's rocking. I think this would fit well on a nice little workout playlist, or honestly a running playlist. I think this would play well. I think this would slide in right next to an Incubus
This
song
after an
pretty well.
Incubus song, are you kidding me? Yeah, this is a no-brainer.
Yeah. Lyrically, I at this point I was just like, what am I what do you want from me? I wrote in my notes, these lyrics, I can't make heads or tails, but he's got a good voice. And honestly, I think the fact that his voice is as good as it is what kind of carries you through past all of the, nonsensical lyrics,
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I enjoyed this one. Bravo for Bravo.
All right.
Up next, we have the other single, which is called A Possibly.
Mm-hmm.
So these sort of descending chiming guitars has what I can only call something of a Middle Eastern rhythm. Reminds me of similar sounds in that realm, but with a little bit of an Incubus thing in the chorus. It sounds like it's about a weird relationship. And I don't even want to call it bad relationship. It all sounds like weird. It all sounds like uncomfortable relationships, if I even want to go in the relationship route. Can you please explain the reasons why you were so afraid of consequence when we first said hello? Okay. This is an awkward one. Somebody put their hand out to shake. The other person put their fist to fist bump. Oh no, you fist bumped a hand. Is that what we're talking about? Somebody said, oh, they started talking. You started talking first. Oh, you go first. That kind of awkward, or something else. I don't know. I never know. And then I go to song meetings, and those kids, bless their heart. We'll start with Morning Star. Once again, it's May 20th, 2002. It's 5:13 in the morning, Matt.
Been up.
Dang. I know that these are the lyrics from the book, but it still doesn't sound like the lyrics at times. Frustrating, sticking out tongue emoji. Embryo System on May 21st, 2002 at 7:12 in the morning said, I have no idea. Half the lyrics I posted aren't from the book. I had a hard time with the that's all lyrics. The booklet is useless. You can't even read who they thank. You need a microscope to read such fine print. I agree with these people 100%. Absolutely. You need, get the Hubble. Get the Hubble. It's good for finding out what's in the other universe. It's also good to find out who did Apex Theory thank. Leecher, August 15th, 2002, 4:41 in the morning. It's a cool song, but it makes you wonder if they just wrote down random words in the booklet to throw us. Yep. I like that theory. And then finally, Spiral Divinity, September 6th, 2002, 3:00 in the afternoon. These guys totally rocked at Ozfest. It's a crying shame that they were second stage and only were given 30 minutes. Do yourselves a favor and check these guys out at a club show. They will tear the roof off. This song appears to be about a relationship. The intro note, all of Apex songs have intro notes featured in the intro booklet, is a simple statement. 21 was nice. I view this as Andy looking back on being 21 and a relationship he was in at the time. If Andy has anything in common with myself and most males that I know, looking back on 21 can be enlightening due to the fact that we feel so much wiser now than then. Very obscure lyrics. I still haven't placed pigeons circle my roof 10 to 100 times a day. Nothing stops them from feeding on the grass that we lay astray. Many possible meanings. Generally, I just groove to the awesome rhythms and melodies of this song and let the vocals take me to another place. Amazing song from an amazing band. Now, this one lands the plane in a very street teamy kind of way. But the first half, though, definitely just, I really like the when we think back on being 21. Most males.
Most males.
All the guys here get it.
We get it.
You guys get it.
Young, dumb, full of cum. Come on.
Yeah, when you're 21, you think you know shit, but you don't know shit. All right? When you're 21, you think, Mike, at 21, my life's over. Little do you know that you're still a little baby. That's true. You're still a little baby. Sure, you can drink now. You're a big drunk baby, but you are still a baby. All right? Okay?
This song gave me huge Takata and Fugue vibes.
There it is.
Big ups to Bach.
There it is. The music video.
Yes.
This is a band performing while the words, letters, and lyrics rain down around them, trap them, attack them, crawl on them like bugs and worms. Not sure if it means anything, but it is neat visually. Also, confirmation that the lead singer is a silly dance guy. Because he is all about little silly dances. But yeah, the words and lyrics falling out of the sky like rain and then crawling along the ground like worms and slugs. Honestly, it 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 waved. It varied for me. I'd watch the music video and sometimes I go, wow, this is a cool effect. This is actually kind of neat. And then other times I was like, these words squirming on the ground remind me of worms and it's a little gross. I don't know.
Not in the way that you want to see worms.
You know what? If you're going to worm it, just have an actual worm. Don't have the word worm, okay? Get a real worm. Okay? I don't need the Oxford English Dictionary definition of worm crawling around like a worm. Just get a real worm, all right? Call a worm wrangler and say, hey, I need some worms.
Get the worm out.
Get the worm out. Matt, how'd you feel about this music video?
You know, these letters flying over, it feels very much of the time. Again, the lead singer gives me a lot of Alien Ant Farm vibes.
Yes.
I don't know. They're doing their best. They're doing their best.
Mhm.
I wish, I wish.
Right. If only you had a music video from 2001 where you were dancing with lyrics. Absolutely.
Hey, if you want to see me in a music video being absolutely miserable, just to do a YouTube search for a song called I'm a Mime Bitch and then just wonder how I got there. Just fucking wonder how I got there.
All right. I don't know about this either, so I will also be Googling after this. Johnny Resnick, don't lead me astray. All right, Matt. This next one may relate to you because you also have one of these. It's called Right Foot.
Oh, I do. I mean, nobody says we have to listen to the rest of the song.
It's true. It's true. You know what? Here's the thing. With this song, I wrote in my notes that it's a song about the rules we place on ourselves.
Yes.
I wrote down the lyric. Never did I find a nest for my soul. We have made all the bands we imposed. We have thrown on ourselves in memory's manner. Now, there's some of that I'm just going to cut and throw away. I don't need it. Doesn't help me with my interpretation, but it does. The main vibe, the main gist I got was that all these rules, man.
We don't need these rules, man.
We made them. We can get rid of them. They're not imposed by any greater power. It's all man-made. All this is placed on us. And you know what? I don't disagree. That being said, this one's a little meandering. And I remember on my walk, I was like, let's pick up the pace, y'all. Let's okay. We got some chants, we got some hand drums. Let's
go.
Let's get to it.
Get going, please.
Let's get going. All right. Up next, another great title, I'll Always.
All right.
Now, what I wanted to point out the scream because it's not a nu metal scream.
No.
This is an emo post-hardcore scream.
Yep.
This is the type of scream you'd hear on a Jimmy Eat World album.
Yep.
On a Jealous Sound record, on a Rival Schools record, on anything like that.
Yeah, this is prog rock. We're this is fucking prog rock.
At this point, we're getting very noodly. Very noodly. Once again, get the chopsticks out. We're getting very noodly.
I'll eat my fucking weight in noodles, bro.
There it is. Now, I really love when a song starts with someone saying remember, and then the things they want me to remember seem like, who? Remember when we heard the song of saviors. Okay, I don't. Remember when we shared that cause with one another. Remember the little angel staring at me. Yeah, all the remembers, I don't know why. It just kind of cracked me up. It was just like, it just felt just the worst anecdote. Hey, remember the song of saviors? I gotta fucking go.
I gotta go to place.
I gotta go
and do thing. So
I gotta
goodbye.
rewind it. Yeah, I don't remember that.
I
Yeah.
have friend place to do thing with. See you.
Now on songmeanings.com, leave this place is the commenter's name. August 19th, 2002, 5 o'clock in the afternoon, said very, very, very good song. Okay. Agree to disagree. Textical 2 on came back, said, wait, get the live version or the version that's not on the real CD. It's 15 times better. I swear his screams are so fucking badass. You'll be very pleased. Then tell all your friends. Textical thinks word of mouth is going to save this band. Tell all your friends. Tell them to not listen to the album version of the song, and they're going to be hooked.
You know what your friends love?
Mm-hmm.
Extra work from you.
Matt, nothing my friends love more than me saying, you got to check this band out. Do not listen to any of their songs, but check them out.
Only check out this link.
Listen, the only thing you need to hear about this band is a live bootleg, okay? You do not need to hear any of the recorded material. Anything that's on an official streaming service.
I'm talking to you, Fish fans. Talking to you. Hey, also, Ween fans. I'm also talking to you right now.
Ween fans, Fish fans. It's a perfect circle. That's a complete overlap.
I don't have a lot of problems with Ween, but sometimes it's just, I get it. Fucking, I'm good.
You know what?
I've had enough.
The thing I feel about it is that there's certain bands that come along and they've got a devoted fandom, and you feel like a little bit of a pressure, a little bit of an annoyance about them. And I remember thinking that about Fish, and I don't really feel like I had an opinion either way on Ween. I know that they're beloved by a cult.
100%.
But I will say that things really shifted for me in regards to those two bands when I discovered /forced to consider Sparks, who I would say is one of the most prolific bad bands I've ever encountered in my life. Every Sparks song makes me want to say, I can't believe these guys are going and that people love them, because they're the pits. They're the pits.
But I feel like the whole documentary is that nobody loves them, but they all are just like, they keep doing it. So
see, I don't know. Here's the thing.
They're the podcast of bands.
Here's the thing. I couldn't bring myself to watch the doc. I just know that I became aware of them because of Annette. And I remember thinking, wow, the songs in this movie stink. And then somebody was like, "Oh no, that don't hold that against them. Their other stuff's better." And then I heard some other stuff, and I think I watched a clip from the doc.
Well, that's the problem. Their other stuff is better. They have 72 million albums.
Yeah, I know. Anyway, but after hearing Sparks, I was kind of like, all right, I've been too hard on Fish. I've been too hard on Ween, because these guys are the pits.
These are the real the real enemy.
Yeah, honestly, yeah. And then, I thought about, we had that conversation with Will on the show about, what is the worst song, and I think I said a Drake song. And since then I've heard way worse songs, and I keep, oh man, I wish I could go back and do that. And then I was thinking about it. I was like, Sparks, I hate like every Sparks song. Like, what am I talking about here? That's the worst. So just know it's constantly shifting, but it's probably a Sparks song. Matt, believe it or not, we're on the last song of the album.
And I missed a question, which was, how respectful of our time is this album?
Matt, this album is 43 minutes long.
Yeah, it's pretty respectful. It cooks.
It cooks. Sometimes it's cooking some noodles. Sometimes it's cooking a steak.
But right now we're cooking a song called
In Books. Yeah.
Not a surprise. Not really a surprise.
Yeah. The long meandering intro kind of, I was like, okay, that felt a little bit like padding. I didn't really know why that was there. I remember every time I listened to the song, I was like, neat noises, but it's we're way more noodly in the back half in this album. Doesn't exactly take me out in a like, woo kind of fashion, but I mean, at least it eventually rocks and, just shows they're more jam progressive vibes than their nu metal vibes.
Yeah.
Matt, how'd you feel?
Yeah, I'm kind of aligned with where you are right now. I know where this band is. I know what they're doing, and they're doing the thing that they're good at.
Mm-hmm. There were no comments on songmeanings.com. Over on sonichits.com, though, George McClintock 4530 said that they are the most underrated band of the early 2000s. And then Iron Hayden responded and said, I remember when Taproot released their second album and the excitement that came with it. Sadly, that's when they and the alt metal scene peaked and made way for metalcore and the like. This feels like an alternate reality take on things.
This is how I remember it.
The way I remember it, listen, a lot of people talk about these other big bands, but I remember Taproot putting out Welcome and everything changed.
Everything just fucking changed.
Everything changed. Maybe if you're like the neighbors of Taproot, you'd be like, oh, these guys put a new record out. Things get a little busy.
They have no idea what the Pit's going to do.
Yeah, but yeah, I love this idea that it was like Taproot changed everything. Taproot?
You sure about that?
You sure about that? You sure about that? So there you have it, you guys. It's Topsy-Turvy by Apex Theory.
Booyakasha.
And now it's the part of the show where we talk about
Canon talk.
Talking about the canon. Matt, we'll start with you.
All right. Well, let's talk about somebody's absolute favorite band, because that is what a band like this does. The people it gets its hooks into, it will never leave them alone. For the rest of us, we're all left wondering why. The thing about them is, if they were to have toured with Incubus, I think they would have been able to figure something out. It's almost like they needed a little bit more time. This feels very first record, and they didn't knock it out of the park on the first record, but there's still a lot here that can be enjoyed. From a Nu-Metal Canon standpoint, absolutely not. But from a band standpoint, they have the chops, they have the front man. I think they're interesting enough, but I just don't think they found their stride. I think they're a little bit too clever for their own good, and aren't as direct as they need to be making pop music, which means that they either go off in a weirdo art rock, prog rock direction, which they do at times in this record, but they don't lean into anything hard enough to make me go fucking so good. Even that it's not nu metal doesn't make me,
right.
There's nothing on here that I feel stuck to me. But again, I come back to that the people it did, they're gonna fucking die in the hill for this band,
Right.
as we've heard 100 times in this episode. It's like most overlooked, most underrated. Yeah, because they did something for you. The musicianship is very high, but the lyrics leave me very cold. But his voice doesn't. But it's there isn't anything necessarily, oh, it's bad. It's just it needs more refinement. It needs to be dialed in more, and it needs to stop being so clever.
Right. Mm-hmm.
For me,
Yeah.
obviously. But that's where I land on it.
Yeah. I would say this album is not a bad listen, but I have no idea what it's about. And these feel in a lot of ways like the most abstract lyrics I've ever encountered. I felt that they ultimately sound wise, like when they get their most streamlined is when they sound their most like Incubus, and then it's like we already have an Incubus, so I don't really know what we need this for. But as a band, the band sounds good. The vocalist is very good.
Yeah.
All the parts are there. Honestly, when you were saying there's nothing bad, I think there's one thing that is bad: these song titles. Song titles,
the cleverness, cleverness of these song
Mm-hmm.
titles is like, fucking stop doing that.
Listen, if you're an Apex Theory hardcore and you're sitting here going, listen to these fucking Mucus shifters talk their talk, that's fine. I get it. But also, Mucus shifter, I believe that's the opposite of cellar door. That is like the worst combination of words put together.
Agreed.
Terrible. So I have nothing for the canon as well, but I'm glad I heard it. It was very interesting to kind of crack open this era, to find this alternate history of System of a Down, as it were, and to learn what could have been. So there you have it. That brings us to the end of another episode of Roach Coach. Thank you so much for listening. Keep on saying hello to us online: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, Blue Sky. We're on all of those. Send us an email, roachcoachpodcast@gmail.com. Coach with a K, of course. Head over to roachcoach.com to hear every episode of Roach Coach, going all the way back to them early days. You can find them all there. Of course, head on over to the Patreon, patreon.com/roachcoachpodcast. The crack, the butt rock bracket. As we record this, we have not started it yet, but by the time you hear this episode, it's going to be in full force, baby. We're running that bracket down. We're figuring out what is the most butt rock song of all time.
Can't wait.
It's happening right now over on the Patreon. Get over there, become a patron, hear those special exclusive apps. As Matt and I get in them cheeks, baby. We have never
Squeaking them cheeks.
we have never been more in the cheeks than this moment.
That's true.
We are spending this time, we are researching, we are sitting there, we're taking a fine-tooth comb to them cheeks to find out what is the most butt rock song. And you know what? We're thrilled to do it. We're thrilled to do it for you.
Thrilled.
So until next time, Matt, thank you.
Lauren, thank you.